Well, more and more consumers today are further away from what agriculture is. So those of us that are in agriculture really need to share the stories of what agriculture is doing.
So think about how many times, a day we have to feed ourselves. Think about a business where people have to touch what you produce multiple times a day and the impact you can have on their lives, not just in your country, but around the world.
People have moved off the farm, and today in Canada, 83% of the population lives in towns and cities. So we have a vast group of people who are not connected to our industry anymore.
We've lost sight of where our food comes from and the pride that we should have in that and the story that we need to tell about it. I think we've lost sight of how it's produced, how it's marketed, how it's taken to market, the people that produce it.
So there's a disconnect between the people who consume our goods and those who produce it. Yet, with that said, there's never been a greater hunger for people to connect with their food supply.
And we have incredibly great stories to share. Stories about all of the great things agriculture is doing in sustainability and environmental stewardship, in the practices that we have to produce a safe and abundant food crop for the world. They're just wonderful stories, and we need to be loud and proud in telling those stories.
I can really say that I've noticed agriculture speaks with very many voices, a fractured voice. And I think we need one strong voice, not only to represent agriculture, but to show students, our next generation of workers, the passion we have for our sector, the passion we have for the work we do, and the diverse nature of agriculture.
But what we want to do is make sure that the rules, the guidelines, the procedures that govern our industry are based on science and fact and not on fiction and conjecture.
And I think by telling that story, we not only get the message out, but we also attract people to a workforce that we need if we're going to continue to produce and grow.
And so I think it's really important for people who are now in the industry to take that role as being a spokesperson and a recruitment person, so that we always have a fresh crop of new people coming into the industry with fresh ideas and ways to take us into the future.
We need to arm ourselves with the information. We need to confront people. We need to be brave. We need to be bold. We need to be proud, and we need to engage, because we are doing very, very good things every single day.
It's critically important for all of us involved in agriculture that we invite the people who eat, that is everybody, back to the farm and let them see what we do, because we're very proud of what we produce, and what we produce is what we feed and use to sustain our families and our communities.
Having that passion, that resilience, but also that vision and commitment about the future challenges ahead and what we can do collectively to tackle them is something that we can all be proud of in the agricultural industry. And I'd like to share this with as many people as I can. So I would encourage you to join us and act now and be passionate about agriculture.